Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, if you've been watching the news at all, I'm sure you've heard about Richard Matt and David Sweat, the two prisoners who escaped from the prison up in Donnemora, New York. And you've also heard about Tammy Mitchell, the seamstress who is accused of helping them escape. And you're probably wondering, well, how the hell did all this happen? How could this lady have gotten involved with them? Well, she's a small town woman, probably not very worldly. She had a failed marriage and was probably lonely as hell. And Richard Matt and David Sweat are psychopaths. Matter of fact, Richard Matt's son says that his dad had a genius IQ. So these might be really crazy motherfuckers, but they're not dumb. As a matter of fact, a psychopath is a great reader of people. It's kind of surprising because they don't feel empathy. They don't sympathize with people. And you would think that somebody who can't empathize with other people's emotions would not be able to read them so well. But psychopaths, even though they don't feel the emotions that we do, they're real good at reading people. It's like they have this cold clinical detachment. And in a very short time, they will know more about you than you do. And so, and psychopaths are also charming and charismatic. So you add those two things together and it's the perfect storm to manipulate people. And once Tammy Mitchell came into their orbit, she really didn't stand much of a chance. The only thing that could have saved her was closer supervision. Now, see, I'm not against programs for inmates, even if they're never going to get out of jail again. It's a good idea for them to have things to do, to bring things into the prison to help break up the monotony, to keep them busy, keep their minds from maybe planning on harming the guards or something like that, you know. Matter of fact, I think that prisons should be very busy places. I think these inmates, as much as possible, should be doing things for most of the day. But those programs have to be closely supervised. Evidently, Richard Matt and David Sweat were able to spend quite a bit of time alone with her, to be able to engage her and work their charms and endear themselves to her and manipulate her. You have to wonder, where were the guards? Or why wasn't there anybody else there? Why was she able to spend so much time alone with them? So, I think that, yes, I don't excuse Tammy Mitchell at all. She should have understood her surroundings and avoided close interaction with the inmates. You know, when you're a staff member at a prison or a hospital or any other place where people are detained, psychiatric hospital, but any other place where people are detained, you have to keep your interactions professional, caring, but to a certain extent distant. Listen, you avoid revealing much about yourself, and instead you try to get the patients or the inmates or whatever to, as much as possible, reveal about themselves. So, like I said, I don't excuse Tammy Mitchell. She should have known better. And we don't know exactly what the extent of her involvement in it was. Evidently, she was supposed to drive the getaway car, and she changed her mind. So, good for her. And I just heard that she didn't supply them with the tools that they used to escape. So it's quite possible that her contribution to their escape was pretty minimal, and that she might not have even done anything that she could be charged for. Certainly needs to be fired, though. But not only were they able to have enough alone time with her to manipulate her, but evidently they were able to get out and walk the catwalks at night. So I think that the onus has to be put on the guards at Donnemora prison. I think there was like a lack of supervision in the prison's dealings with Tammy Mitchell and probably other people who are doing work type programs in the prison. That's something that they really should evaluate. And how closely are they watching the prison if the inmates are out walking around at night drilling through pipes and putting holes in walls? Thanks for listening.